What's up, YouTube? I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. I am headed to Oklahoma City. It's an all-drive day. I'm actually thinking I might actually get to the house tonight. It'll depend on what time I get there. I've got to stop and get the truck washed today. I'm on day number 17, and it needs it. Like I said in an earlier video, I don't like parking my truck when it's dirty in my at the Walmart by my house, because our company owner lives basically in the same town, and he does shop at that Walmart. So, but it's going to be an all-drive day. I'll do some. I'm actually going to talk about Walmart today. I think I'm going to talk about one of the most popular questions that I always got asked as an assistant and then as a co. So stay tuned for that. But the impeachment hearings are about to start again. I don't know if you've been following that or not. It's man, they just keep going, don't they? But I'll get back to you here in a little bit. I'm going to start listening to that. Okay, so they're on a break. So I thought I'd go ahead and talk about Walmart. So I'm going to answer the number one question I always got asked when I was an assistant and then as a co at Walmart. Just a little background. I was with Walmart twice. I spent 9.5 years at a distribution center in my hometown, distribution center 6018, and then I left for about 5 years or so, and then I came back and on the retail side as hired in as an assistant, and then the last year I was with them, I was a co-manager. And I was with them for a total of 10 years that time. So 19.5 years with Walmart on both sides. So, you know, I would, you know, say that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to them. So the question the number one question I always got asked was, why don't you have any cashiers? Okay, well, that answer's changed over the years, and the former years it doesn't really matter. But now the answer is a little more difficult. People don't like using self-checkouts. I don't understand why. You can get checked out way faster than you can at an actual register, because you're not dependent on anyone to do the job except for you, and you can check out most self-checkout bullpens have at least 8 checkouts in them, so 8 people can check out at the same time with help at the register. Normally you're supposed to have 2 people at those registers within that bullpen helping customers if they have any issues. That's twofold. One, like I said, if you have any issues, and then the second part is security reasons. When I talk to people about it, the one complaint that I hear, and most of the time it's older generation Xers and baby boomers. All right, they consider it work. They consider it work to have to check yourself out. Okay, and that's the one thing that I hear is, I don't come to Walmart to work. I come to Walmart to shop, and then you guys do the work. All right. Well, the way I explain it to people is, let's say that the average time spent in a Walmart is just a hair under an hour if you're doing grocery shopping. Okay, a lot of people spend a lot more time than that. You can spend 2-3 hours in a Walmart if you're just browsing. Okay, from the time that you got in your car to go to Walmart to the time that you go to that checkout and have someone check you out, you're doing work. You did work to get into your car. You did work to drive to the Walmart. You did work to put the stuff, to take the stuff off the shelf and to put it in your basket, and then you're working again to take it out of your basket to put it onto the register. The only thing that person at the register is doing is taking it from the belt, passing it over a scanner, and putting it in a bag. Okay? And that takes less than a second. All right? A good cashier at a Walmart can do over 1,000 scans in an hour if they're busy. Okay? Most people today don't care about the interaction. All right? If you want an interaction with a cashier, by all means, go to a cashier. But most of the time, it's a young person, a younger millennial, because that's what they hire for those jobs. It's an entry-level job, and a lot of times, unless you go during the day, and most of the time during the day, it's a senior, and that's just the way it is. Those millennials, usually we would have to try get them. I hate to use the word force, but coerce them into talking to our customers. Okay. And that's the second complaint that you hear from people that shop at Walmart is your assistant, your associates aren't friendly. Well, kids today really aren't, from what I've seen and the people that I've interviewed and worked with and everything, they're not really taught to be that way. They're not taught to talk to people. They're just not. It's a skill that they just don't have. And so people are really complaining about that millisecond that it's going from the belt to the bag. And honestly, most of the time when you go to a Walmart, they don't even take it off the carousel for you and stick it in your register. Now, when I was over the front end at the last Walmart I was an assistant at, I required them to do that. The last thing that they were required to do was thank that customer, hand them their change or their receipt, tell them about our survey, and then make sure that all the bags were taken off the carousel and placed in their basket. It's just common courtesy. I got turned here. Apparently. Here we go. And that's twofold. Is to make sure that you got everything off of your register, and they're going to make it home with everything that they had purchased. But you're doing work. Why not do yourself a favor and go through a self-checkout where you can get your butt home and get it into your cabinet or your refrigerator and start enjoying the stuff that you just purchased. And it makes sense, and I would suggest to people, and like I said, most of the time it was the older people talking to me about this, and I would sit there and I would explain to them, and I would explain to them in depth. If you don't want to do work at Walmart at all, or if you don't want to do work at any retailer you go to, don't go to the retailer. Shop online. Let them do the work for you, because Walmart will shop it for you. They'll shop it, they'll bag it, they'll check it out, they'll charge your credit card, and all you got to do is sit at home in your recliner and shop online. Do this with your thumb. They'll even bring it out to your car if you've got a pickup in your Walmart. Most of them do now. Okay? Now, the other argument that I would hear is, well, you're taking jobs away from people. No, they're not. Those hours are allocated to other places in the store. At no point during that whole transition, and I was there for the whole transition from having multiple checkouts to having some self-checkouts to having mostly self-checkouts, and that's the way it's going, is most of them are going to be self-checkouts, and eventually it's all going to be self-checkouts, and eventually it won't have any checkouts. They're already testing things in an app in a lot of the stores where you scan it when you put it in your basket, and it automatically bills you. Okay, bills your credit card that you put on the app. You can do that at any Sam's Clubs now, and it is absolutely great because I don't have to go anywhere. I scan the barcode when I stick it in my basket. I walk to the front door. They scan a barcode on my phone, and then I'm out the door. Convenient, right? I can't wait till they get it at Walmart's. I think there's one or two maybe in Arkansas that has it right now. All right, it's there. People complain about not having people on the floor, associates on the floor to help them. That's where those hours are going. They're going to pick up today, which is their online GM part. They're going to grocery pickup to help do the pick out the groceries for people who have ordered them online. And they're also going to the stocking and everything to get it onto the shelf so that product will be there when you go and shop. Which is the fourth major complaint that people have, is you never have what I want. It's never on the shelf. So don't think that people are losing their job. They're not. Walmart is allocating the same amount of hours to that store as they were before. It's just they're going to different places. They're going to the floor to help. Walmart's restructuring all the time, and it's to keep up with online retailers. Amazon's killing them, just like Amazon's killing everybody else. Okay? Millennials, from what we've seen, millennials really don't care about that interaction. They want their stuff and they want to go home, or they want their stuff delivered to them. Okay, they don't care about browsing online because they know that if the clothes they order, or the thing that they've ordered or the clothes they've ordered doesn't fit, or the thing that they've ordered they don't like, or whatever, Amazon will take it back, no questions asked. They don't care. They'll take it back. They'll put it on a pallet and they'll sell it to somebody else. You see these YouTube videos online. I bought an Amazon pallet. This is what it had in it. Okay. It's just their policy. It's not worth the hassle to them to argue about something that they're going to resell to somebody else anyway. So when you go to Walmart and you're thinking, well, I'm standing in line, why don't they have more cashiers? Go to the self-checkout. I take a whole basket to the self-checkout. I don't care. I can check out a whole lot faster than most checkers can check me out, and I make sure that I've got all of my stuff when I go home. So, if y'all got any more questions about Walmart, leave me a comment down below. Hit that like button and subscribe for me. I might talk about Walmart some more later. Oh, just made it to West Memphis. It's 3:15. Just pulled into the Blue Beacon here. I'm gonna get this thing washed. It's been 17 days and it needs it. It's nasty. Also just got through listening to the hearings today. At least the first one. I've listened to every one of them this week and last week, and it's I wish they'd do their job. About like everybody else, I think. We didn't send them to Washington and have vote them in and have faith that they were gonna do what we as the American people want done to be enthralled in this kind of stuff. But if you're not watching it, man, and you're not, even if you're not into politics, man, it's really historic that this is happening. This will be the second one that I've lived through. Actually, the third. I was I was less than a year old when Nixon hearings were going on. So really the third one I've been through, I guess. But you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm not gonna. You know, your opinion is your opinion, and that's perfectly fine with me. I'm okay with you having your opinion, just like I hope you're okay with me having mine. But I'm gonna get this thing washed. I'll do a wrap up tonight. I am gonna go home tonight. I'm about 2 hours from the house. I've got 3 hours and 9 minutes on my wash or on my drive clock, and I've got about 45 minutes that I can sit here before it starts eating into my drive clock. So I've got plenty of time to get to the house. Man, I got to get some wash done. Probably going to stay out again this weekend. I've got to get to Oklahoma in the morning. Got to go do my physical in Oklahoma City tomorrow because my physical runs out and my medical card runs out on Friday. I've already called my fleet manager about that. But one of these days I'm going to figure out how to flip this video so it doesn't look like I'm driving in overseas. But anybody got any ideas, let me know. Or any good video editing apps. Let me know down in the comments, please. I'm using one that found it's like $1 a month, and it does all kinds of good stuff, but it doesn't flip on an app like I need it to. But I'll do a wrap up tonight and get posted. I really appreciate everybody, like I said earlier. Dang, man, those things are loud. For watching the videos. You guys are awesome, and hopefully you'll continue to watch. Well, it's the end of the day. I'm in my favorite spot. And my cat just ran off. I don't know where he went. Kiki. Marley. Meow. Nope. I got about 300. Here he comes. Kiki, come here. I got about 300 miles to go. I'll do that tomorrow. I go get my DOT physical tomorrow while I'm in Oklahoma City. Come here, Marley. See? Marley? Kiki. Meow. Where you going? Huh? Okay. I appreciate you watching. Hit that like button. Thumbs up. Leave a comment. Hit the subscribe button if you've not subscribed yet. We'll see you tomorrow.